My name is Wendell G. Glasky, and recently released from prison about 5 months ago after 29 years. I started using at the age of 7, drinking and experimenting. Loved it from the beginning. I come from a broken home, raised in the country. So I didn't get into a lot of criminal activity, but I got into drugs. I got into alcohol. It was exciting to me, and I came to believe that that was the only way that I could have fun, that I could laugh. I didn't have a lot of emotion for some reason, maybe from moving around all the time. But at some point, I started internalizing feelings. I didn't know how to communicate because of all the moving that I was doing. So I didn't talk. And if I was offended or people bothered me or whatever, I would hold it inside. I wouldn't say nothing to nobody. So what happens, I created this time bomb, and over the years as my disease of addiction progressed, and I continued to use, and I started using more and more and heavy, and then I started, the whole cycle of addiction. I started feeling sorry for myself, thinking nobody loved me. I felt like everybody was against me. I was at the point of suicide when I committed the crime that I committed. So, in a sense, I guess I was saved that I came to prison. Rather than kill myself, I used to sit in a garage with a shotgun and fall asleep with it in my mouth or under my chin, wanting to kill myself. And it wasn't too long after that I was out drinking and doing drugs. And I ended up committing a crime that I'm here for. I was 18 years old, just turned 18 when I went to prison. And I continued to use drugs while I was in prison, off and on, until, I guess it took me 8 years in the penitentiary before I ended up getting in an altercation as a result of the drugs. And at that point, it finally dawned on me that, I'm already in prison for 25 years, and I'm still doing the same dumb shit that I did to get me there. And I didn't want to be there. From the time that I came to prison, I began doing things to change myself so that I'd be ready to go home at some point. And that was my vision from the beginning. I started going to school. I got my GED. I went to college, and I had big fear about going to school. I didn't think I was capable of accomplishing that stuff, but I did it anyways, and I don't know how I passed, but I ended up passing. So I tried it again, and I passed again. So I ended up getting my bachelor's degree. But in '89 was the last time I used any type of mood-altering substance, and I haven't used since. But I wasn't in recovery in '89. I was working on behaviors and things of that nature on my own. I started doing the step work, and it was through doing step work that I was able to understand what my problems was. I just thought that I had emotional problems as a kid, and that if I went to school, I got my degree in psychology. I said, well, if I could just fix myself, then I'll be all right. I'll be all set to go home. But the issue wasn't so much emotional; it was an addiction, and the addiction took me places that left me feeling ashamed. I was deeply ashamed, and it took me, I don't think that I forgave myself and was able to really get past what I did until it had to have been 2007 that I was able to finally let the crime go that I committed, and move on and deal with more issues. You know, I mean, it's a lifetime of pain, and as a young kid, I was lost, and now I'm found. Just like the song says, "Amazing Grace." You know, I was lost, but now I'm found, and thankfully I am. It's not easy, but all I can say is give it a shot, and if you're afraid, then confront your fears. Step to your business. I don't want to go back to the penitentiary. That's never been an option for me. I did more than half of my life in the penitentiary, and now I got a taste of freedom. And I'm here. I'm on parole, and I'm not here without permission today. My parole officer knows where I'm at, and for those that talk about how terrible parole is, it may not be the perfect system, but if you're doing the right thing, they're not going to be knocking your door down to mess with you when they got thousands of other guys that they could be getting at. So, you know, I've had 3 urine tests since April. I've been out since April, and I'm clean.
I'm an addict named Grover, and I live with the disease of addiction on a daily basis. I'm from Springfield, Massachusetts. I was born in Holyoke.